Hello everyone. I'm just first of all, I don't know if I showed you my new Dolls on Wing 2 just as my character Rye finally. Um oh, he's huge. Okay. um so here he is. Okay. Whew, here he is. It's just up as he can be. He doesn't have his pants yet, so he's still wearing the pants from the full set. These things are getting in the way. I keep thinking about taking them off, but I really do like them with the outfit, so I'm not sure. Anyway, here he is. He is gorgeous, and I love him. And I'm about to do, I think I'm going to do, real quick, a BJD prompt with him, finally, because I finally have a doll. But first I don't know, I wanted to do another video talking things out, in hopes that I can get out my brain. And I have hot cocoa here, so I keep stirring. Sorry, I put like actual like chocolate kisses in it, so I keep stirring to make sure it gets in there. But anyway, so owning a doll feels awesome. I love him so much. I can't even really express it really without sounding crazy probably. But I love him, and I'm so glad to finally have him. And it's kind of crazy after the fear I had of opening him, because it was such a big fear. It was a fear that I didn't open him until 6 hours after I got him. And when I woke up to get him, I was very afraid to get him. I mean, I had no choice but to go and get him, or they would have returned him. But part of me was wondering if I was even ready to do that, and yeah, it was a big mess. But I'm glad I got him. He's ginormous, but I love him. Now his foot is askew. But anyway, I had to deal, of course, with the consequences of finally getting him. First of all, I think he's absolutely stunning, but of course I had to deal with the fact that people don't think he's that pretty, but that's okay. It's my baby, and I think he's beautiful. He looks, plus he looks much better in person, so like my crappy pictures can't really attest to how gorgeous he looks. But also, I mean, that I could get over because, like, it only matters to me how well he looks. So, like, I mean, if people don't agree with me, I mean, that's just how it is. But I also had to deal with a little bit of backlash, and from someone who, I have a live journal under the same name as my YouTube, so if you have a live journal and want to add me, I'm all for it. And I'd add you back and everything. But I had to deal with someone who has always, for the last couple years of knowing her, she always leaves me something negative. Before, I mean, like, not, I mean, when I first met her and everything, I was buying these blank books she made. I don't know, I just felt like we were getting close then, and then, but like recently, she keeps leaving negative comments about just me, my life, etc. And I will admit, a whiny person. I don't know if you noticed. Okay, that's a lie. Of course you noticed. But I am a whiny person, and I'm a very emotional person, and I like to get it out there, get it out of me, so that I'm not just sitting and contemplating on it. Like yesterday, she left me a comment basically because I posted his opening on my live journal, and she left me a comment something along the lines of "No wonder you're broke, no wonder you're always broke," or something like that. And if it had come from like my close friends I know in real life, I would probably figure they were mostly joking because we all spend our money on random things that like maybe we shouldn't, but we do anyway. Um, my one friend, she collects manga, and like she'll spend a lot of money on that. And my other friend, my best friend since high school, he collects like everything Godzilla in Final Fantasy 7. So like we have different interests, and we spend money on them, and that's just how it is. And mine for right now are dolls, and I don't know if they respect it, but they at least wouldn't say that in complete seriousness. But she, I believe, meant it very negatively. And like, I wanted to respond, but instead I chickened out and deleted the comment. And then because she keeps leaving negative stuff on my journal, I just decided to defriend her, which I've never ever done unless someone has defriended me first. If they defriend me first, I will defriend back under most circumstances, um, especially if all they do is friends journals and journal entries, and I can't see them anyway. Um, but I usually never defriend first. But this time I did because I was just tired of the negativity. And I know people are going to have, you know, opinions about this hobby. I think it's silly and very expensive. Um, but at least respect me enough that if that's how you feel, to either keep it to yourself or at least word it in a way that's not so rude. Word in a way that like I can discuss it with you. I mean, like, if you have questions about why I'm doing it, you know, I finally for once had the extra money to do it and the will to do it. And so I went for it. And um, I've been broke because of it, but I wanted to make sure he looked nice. I wanted to make sure I had him early. I didn't have to pay him off early. I didn't. I had him on a 4-month layaway, so I could have paid him off once per month and been perfectly fine financial wise, more than fine, actually. But I paid him off early, so in reality, I made myself broke because of it, and not even in a way that like I was starving on the street. I paid all my bills first, paid my rent first, paid my cats first, etc. You know, as long as I'm willing to deal with the consequences and everything that needs to be taken care of is taken care of, then in my opinion, that's my business. And even if you think that's stupid logic, then, you know, of course, come to me about it in a way that is I don't want to say non-rude, but more like, let's discuss it, rather than, you know, this statement that like made me feel awful on a day where I wanted to feel happy with my new doll. So, yeah, I'm just feeling bad about that. And I should have known there was going to be a couple things I would have to deal with now that I have him actually, and he exists in my world, and is not just an idea. But you know, but I'm willing to deal with it. I just need to not let it get me down. Like, I let that comment ruin my my Sunday, and other things like I was looking around website, one in specific that I won't say, I guess, I'm not sure, but it was just a very negative community, and for some reason I kept reading it about what not to do with my doll, and I kept feeling self-conscious about him, and like making sure he always looks nice and all this blah blah blah. And I'm very nervous about putting him on the internet because like um I'm afraid of him not meeting the apparently high standards of the doll world that I was blissfully kind of unaware of till kind of yesterday. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk out. And deal with, and I'm going to do a prompt real quick and upload that too, I think. And wonder why his leg is doing this. His boots are too heavy for his legs, I think, so they keep kicking back. It's kind of cute. Anyway, so yeah, I guess there's negative things to deal with, but I'm very glad to have him, and I'm very satisfied with my purchase, and seeing him in person and dealing with the body and everything, he was worth every friggin' penny. Like, I don't actually care at this point who agrees or disagrees with me. He was worth it. And I wouldn't, yeah. I don't even know pretty much how to express the fact that he is completely worth the money. And it's funny, I've had 2 problems with him already, and I had to laugh. For one, I guess because he's brand new-ish, I guess brand new made and wasn't just sitting around, his eyelashes were still gluey, I guess. So when I took out his eyes to replace them, they were stuck to the eye a little bit. I fixed that by, just in case this happens to you, I fixed that by putting a little line of eye putty over where the glue apparently was on the eyelashes. So that should hold them in place and let the glue finally dry and whatnot. And then I had to take his head off to replace the eyes because I wasn't sure how to do it around the S-hook. I'm actually glad I took it off, but when I took it off, I didn't know how to get it back on. So I had to laugh about that because, like, his hook was down far, and I guess he is strung a little tight. Like, as you can hear, he's a little squeaky. But he's not strung too tight that I can't move him and that he can't hold things, so I'm not too keen on restraining him yet, but he is strung tight because, like, to get the S hook back up to put his head back on it correctly, I had to use pliers, which is our handy tool. And what's so funny is both these incidents, yeah, there we go. I didn't actually freak out. It disturbs me that I didn't freak out. I was just like, oh, I'll just do this. And then for like, because with the eyelashes, I had to use a paper clip to hold the eyelashes down, down away from the eye. Use that, and I didn't even freak out. I was just like, oh, let me get my paper clip. And then with his head, I was like, oh, let me get my pliers. I'm like, what the? I don't know why I didn't freak out. Because I haven't read about either of these problems, so I just was like, stay calm until it's actually actively a problem you can't fix. And if it is, I saw how the eyelashes were attached. I'm like, I can reattach eyelashes. I guess I'm getting brave in certain ways, and I kind of like that. Hopefully one day, if he needs restrung, which he probably will, because he'll probably need cleaned and whatnot since he's white skinned, I will be brave enough to do that. But yeah, he's just, oh, I can't even. So yeah, so that's just pretty much all I wanted to talk out, and I'm hoping to feel better and to get over the comments and the general feeling I'm getting about how aesthetically pleasing my doll is. I think he's beautiful. I think he's worth the money. Yeah, I went broke over him, but that was my fault that I took his ride, and I took great pains to be responsible first, and I didn't buy him anything unless I, knew everything was paid for and everything like that. So I don't know. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do the prompt now. So hopefully you'll see that in a bit. And that's all. So thanks for listening if you did. And I'll work on answering comments in a bit. I saw I had some, and I was like, hey, even saw some familiar names, so I was like, hey, I know you from the Doll Zone room, hey. So yeah, I'm going to answer those as soon as I can. Um, I should have answered them yesterday, but I was all upset over that comment, so I didn't answer anything because I'm a loser like that. So yeah, that is all for this video. I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.